Welcome to Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Andres Trujillo, CEO and owner of the New Mexico Runners, and it's 5 years, and what a pleasure.
Season 5. I'm excited.
Season 5, and it starts when?
December 30th. So just a little over a week and a half, and December 30th at the Rio Rancho Event Center. It's going to be exciting.
And 3 o'clock, right?
3 p.m. kickoff. And that's what's really cool about this season. We've actually geared our
Day before New Year's or New Year's
day before New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Okay.
New Year's Eve, Saturday. Now I'm like, oh, my mind's going crazy trying to get everything ready. But yeah, Saturday, December 30th.
Well, let's just talk about what you need first to keep this thing going. That's all. I shouldn't say it that way. What can help you and make it more profitable? There you go.
The thing is that since 2018, our goal with the New Mexico Runners is to build a positive quality of life in the community. And doing so by bringing my family, involving them, and we are
family owned.
Family owned, yeah, we're 100% family owned, 100% New Mexican owned, and we're actually really the only professional sports team at this level that in the state that does this as a family. And so I'm really proud of my family. I'm proud that we're able to accomplish big things, and then also that we're 100% Hispanic owned, and we're really the only ones in the state that are doing what we're doing. So really, our goal is
a lot of pride.
Yes, absolutely. And our goal is to inspire, and if we can inspire others to do what we're doing together, I mean, that just makes things so much greater in our community, in our sports community, and as our community as a whole. So our goal is to let our light shine, work together, do what we do, put our heart and soul in the community, and hope and inspire others to do the same, because we all can come together to make things happen. But yeah, season 5's big because it's a milestone, and to be quite honest, many didn't think we would make it this far, and so we're still here, we're rocking, and we need people to get out there, support what we're doing, and cheer us on. It's exciting arena soccer action.
Well, I have same sentiments. It's now 2008. It's 16 years, and I'm not supposed to
Sweet
be
16.
So, hey, there's a lot of resiliency to you, and I know you're going through good things, because I think when we started, I can remember our first show basically said, if you can just get to year 5, then things will get easier. So.
Hey, and the thing is with
get more experience.
Absolutely. And I think this community is a very, just from my experience with sports in this community, and of course I've worked at all sports teams, Lobos, Isotopes, all these different organizations locally, and kind of realizing that longevity is the key. And the longer you're here, the more people will start to notice, because they start seeing your brand and they start seeing it more often. And they go, oh, how long have you been around? Since 2018? Oh my gosh, that's a long time. How are you still doing this? And I get quite a few people that'll ask me that over. How are you still doing this? Like, what are you doing? Do you get anything out of it? And I say, I don't make money off this at all. My thing is, this is my way to give back to the community, and investing in this to be able to give kids out there, youth. It's fun because we're talking to season ticket holders on the phone, and they're messaging us on social media and Facebook going, my son loves you guys. My son loves you guys. I just can't wait to go to the game. We went our first time last year. We love you guys. We love your mascot. We love Rio the Roadrunner. And of course, Rio the Roadrunner's the Mickey Mouse of New Mexico. Our mascot everybody loves our mascot. And definitely our mascot got his first sponsor of his history by Albuquerque Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. So that's cool too. That's a new thing happening this season. But being able to do this stuff is so fun. And watching kids light up when they meet the players after the game, take pictures of the mascot, see us around the community, that's really cool. And I gotta give a shout out to my family who step into the suit, because usually it's my nephew or my cousin. We do have a couple staff members that step into the suit. But to put things in perspective, this past Halloween, Rio the Roadrunner had a super fan actually make a Rio the Roadrunner costume for Halloween. They dressed up as Rio the Roadrunner, and they handmade their costume. So when I saw that, I'm like, that is so cool that we got people doing those things. So we're making an impact, and I think that's what's important.
Well, two things. You just reminded me of something. I don't know if you remember a player that played for Trisco Heritage. His name is Ramos. He's playing for New Mexico, northern New Mexico now.
Sounds familiar.
And he was a freshman.
Okay.
Okay. And Adam Dill was on the call, and so as a freshman, he had I can't remember the amount of points, but he was a player of the game. All right.
Okay.
And he gets on the mic and basically says, "I've been waiting for this moment to be able to be the player of the game, and I got to do it my freshman year."
That's cool.
And like, so I can feel, I mean, and you're like, this is the why we're doing this,
yes.
Okay? Because
yes.
we are making an impact on the community. People are watching, they are listening. And you made a statement, longevity also, and you've already touched on it, but touch on it a little bit more, is longevity brings a fan base. And
yes.
Talk about how your fan base has grown.
So kind of my methodology to grow our brand has been what I call the Disney method. So I used to work for Radio Disney. I used to work for Disney. I was a Disney employee. And, when I say Rio's the Mickey Mouse of New Mexico, that's what we do. So utilizing certain elements to be a marketing vehicle for the brand is key. So that's why Rio's so important, our mascot, right? So when kids see Mickey Mouse, like 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they don't know it's Disney. They know it's Mickey Mouse. As they get older, they connect the dots. Mickey is Disney. I'm doing the same thing with our brand, with Rio the Roadrunner, right? So when kids, my 2-year-old, Rio, he'll see the New Mexico Runners logo, and it's Rio, right? So the idea is that's, and go, oh, Rio is New Mexico Runners. It's arena soccer. So as that evolves, that's the longevity part. That's the long game. And so our goal, we're planting the seeds for fans for 5 years from now. That's the whole point. And everything I do with those concepts are very strategic. And so and it seems to be working, because if my 2-year-old picks it up, and we have other players, their 2-year-olds pick it up and they look at the logo, it's Rio. They love Rio. We're doing the right thing.
So help me out. I'm not great with words, but sublimation is what you're doing, and that came with I don't know if you remember the popcorn thing they used to in the.
Oh yeah, you just smell to get you hungry.
Well, no. Actually, they put strips of popcorn where your eyes could see it without you knowing. You could actually see it. But
like the sublimation kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, in a way, but it's more so, what we do is there's no malicious in any way possible. Like all we do is 100% family friendly, 100%, natural, organic, and we just put the things in places that naturally humans and kids are attracted to. So, of course the mascot's big, cuddly, right? People see that, and that's what draws people in. And that's why he's such an important part of our partnerships with our businesses around the community. They utilize him for a growth and attraction, to build hey, we're credible. We are doing things positively, and we just continue to do that.
Well, I tell you, we're going to go to the Everguard Roofing and Solar Top 10 Plays of the Week. Come back and talk more about New Mexico Runners.
Inside. Beautiful layup for Tyshawn Austin.
Looks like they're trying to feed it in there, and that was intercepted by Dyer. He gets it up to Chavez on the fast break. Here's Cowles, kind of fumbles it. And tough basket by Cowles. Ties up things at 9 in the first quarter. Not going to go for him. He finds Chavez, and there's a dunk.
Well, that got the crowd going right now.
There they go. Steal for Brisby on a bounce pass. Right side, it's sent away. Access denied. Fuentes sent it away. And then a blocking foul will count the basket and a chance at a 3-point play for Vincent James.
You know,
3 team fouls apiece here. Wrong guy to leave open. Navarez.
they're still working out with the team
Yeah,
every day.
Takes a lot to
Got
do
numbers.
that. And he stole the ball. He passes it off. Dunk time.
Half. And the Hawks lead by 7, force another turnover. That's Lund puts it down.
Tosses it out, opens up a little room for Weinrich, but Weinrich will give it right back to Elijah. Martinez, there it is for Elijah Martinez.
Zamora pulls it, that one's short, rebound Aguino. Aguino going coast to coast and all the way to the rim, and he puts it down with the hammer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Hey, welcome back, Steve Davis Show. Got Andres Trujillo, president, owner, CEO, just everything.
All the above.
All the above with the New Mexico Runners in 5 years, and you know we have the mascot. I think we have a picture of that,
Yeah, talking about our Rio the Roadrunner. Yeah, so one of our fans built their own, did their own costume of Rio the Roadrunner, and so I mean, if that's not cool, I don't know what is. That is so exciting. I saw that, and I thought that was the coolest thing that I've ever seen, because that means we've inspired people in the community to take our brand and what it represents is, something good, family friendly. I mean, just a positive beacon in the community. That's cool.
Well, I had 11,000 games on there.
Congratulations. That's big.
11,000 games, plus or minus, okay? All right, so plus or minus.
That's amazing.
I had a first this week.
Okay.
They joined me a classic tournament. So I'm talking with Coach Martinez about his Sea Blue Cougars, and I've watched his previous games, and it's his second year, and you're always kind of root. I do. You want people to be successful.
Absolutely.
You want. I think ProView wants every coach to win, and I think we all have favorites, or we have personalities that we like better, but overall, when I do a game or go to a game, I just want to see it close, and I want to see what player, not the coach, what player can make that play or make that defensive stop, or makes that deal that determines the game. Not the refs, not the deal. I don't want to hear anything negative. I just love to see execute what the coach said, and if it's last second play, if he hits the shot, or if it's a defensive stop.
Absolutely.
That's what. So I don't like to see blowouts. I don't like to see. I like to see like down to the last 2-3 minutes of the game. And truthfully, I go home happy no matter what happens. Okay, that's still that coaching thing. I get excited like we all do. You know, it's like when it's on game day. You're all pumped up and
get a hype. Yeah.
But anyway, back to Coach Martinez. So he looks at me seriously in the eye, and he's 0-2. Okay. Think of mine. He looked at me and says, I will be talking to you after the game.
Calling it.
And so I says, seriously, I looked at it, I says, I know what you're talking about.
That is so crazy.
The only mistake he made, he was talking to Ed Nunez because he was calling the game. Okay? But anyway, what he meant is he's tired of losing, and he wants to be on air to talk about the game.
Yes.
So that was my
That's a first.
First. So my thing with you when you're 16 years down the line that you're going to have first, and every time you come on the show, I want to talk about
absolutely
the first. Hey, Steve, I couldn't believe this finally happened, this deal or this happened. Now back to your team expectations. I mean, it's fifth year. Your owner, you've what coaches intact. Just talk about the team. Talk about expectations, things and preparation for next week's Saturday game.
Yeah, so, of course, our head coach, Steve Amaleta's back, Pro Soccer Hall of Famer, and back for the fifth season. I mean, we've had him on board since the beginning. He's always had faith in what we do. He's the guy that understands the game the best I would say, in the country. I mean, this guy has so much experience, indoor and outdoor, but the fact that he understands the game at a very meticulous level creates this concept of a symphony of play. And I like to say symphony because it really is. It's not just a park soccer type of thing. People kind of initially, when they go watch an indoor game, they kind of think, oh, they're just running all over the place. And it's like, no, it's positioning. It's, making sure your passes, where the passes are going to be, what position you need to be to make a score, to make the assist, to make the defensive stop, whatever it may be. It's a symphony, and Coach Ramaleta is the guy that knows this, and I've never met any other coach across the entire league that has as much knowledge and experience as Coach Ramaleta. So that's really cool. I mean, he's invested, always been invested. He's really family at this point, and him and I talk on a daily basis. I mean, we have a relationship that's very symbiotic, and I trust what he does on the field.
Well, going by, I guess the lecture of the show is longevity.
Yeah.
So 5 years, he's built trust with the upper higher beings, with the ownership. Means that he likes where he's at, and then that also goes right down to the players.
Yes.
Speak on the players.
Yeah. So, we're excited about this season's players, and so one of the biggest excitements that we have is the return of one of our former players who was the league MVP in our first season, Jaime Rodriguez, and so he scored 52 goals in our first season and was in the league MVP. And so he's back in action. He's back on the squad. He's ready to go, and so that's pretty awesome. And so we've got several guys that have really come out to be a part of this organization. We got a lot of veterans that are still here, but we've got a lot of new guys as well. And I think that's part of the development and growth of our team is, of course, having vets like Luis Martinez and, and guys like that. Vince Aragon, local St. Pius soccer standout, and give a shout out to number 2, Vince Aragon. He's actually the assistant coach for St. Pius boys soccer, and they just won the state soccer tournament a few weeks back. So Vince Aragon's back, and we got some new guys like Cantu Palombo, and these guys are local and they've played at all levels, but now of course they've settled out here in home. New Mexico's their home, Albuquerque's their home, and we even got a couple brothers that came in from Washington D.C. to play for us because they saw the value of what Coach Ramaleta brings to the table. So.
Any new teams in the league?
Yeah.
How's the league expanding?
The league's expanding, and so a new team in the division is El Paso. So that's pretty cool because that's a 4-hour drive, and I love it because it's close enough.
Robbery.
Yep, natural rivalry. And not only that, fans can get down there fairly easily. So we want a lot of people to go down to El Paso and just make some noise and support what we're doing. And so, but yeah, the league's expanded, and most teams have developed in the East Division out in New York and in the Midwest and things like that. So, but it's really competitive, and so we're excited to see what we have. And our division has El Paso, Amarillo, Wichita, and Dodge City, Kansas. So, so we're really excited to put on a show this season with the amount of guys that are on board. And this is the first season we've had a consistent group of guys being at practice. Every practice we have, there's guys that are there. So, we're there with 16, 17 guys solid at every single practice. And of course we have some guys that have to work or whatnot, so maybe they'll miss practice here and there, and we get that and we understand that. But these guys are dedicated, and so with that being said, our goal is to get to a playoff or have our first playoff berth in franchise history and hopefully get to the championship.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk more New Mexico Runners.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in boot camp. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Santa Paws has left thousands of holiday gifts for your furry, scaly, and winged family members. Pick up a gift for a pet lover or even a new pet. Clark's has shelves full of pet beds, sweaters, toys and treats, habitats and tanks galore. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's is celebrating 50 years. Thanks to you, the Christmas Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mir here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. We've got Andres Trujillo with us today, and he's the CEO and owner of New Mexico Runners, and it's always fun to have you on the show. You come in with energy and excitement, and it's fun for me to refresh myself and get it. We got the schedule. Aaron Rivera is going to be on the call this year, this is the upcoming season.
The home schedule right there. Yeah, we kick off the season on December 30th, Saturday at 3:05 p.m. kickoff against the El Paso Rhinos. And then, of course, we turn around and come back again on Sunday, January 7th against the Amarillo Bombers. And then, of course, Kansas City Bandits on January 28th. February 10th is the El Paso Rhinos again. March 3rd. We are with Wichita comes to town, and then of course Wichita comes back on March 17th. So our goal is to really go put on a show for fans this year. And if you've never been to an arena soccer game, you got to come out. It's not like your typical outdoor soccer game where you got a big field, the play looks a little slower and whatnot. I mean, there's some excitement with outdoor soccer, but I got to tell you, with indoor soccer, it is a million times more exciting because of the fast pace. The action is so aggressive and high scoring. I think as Americans we like to see a lot of scoring, right? And we like to see the experience. And yeah, if you take a look on the screen, this is kind of like a little bit of the ambiance here. Of course, Rio, the Roadrunner, our mascot there.
A lot of public.
Oh, he like I said, he's the Mickey Mouse. But as you can see, it's fast paced. I mean, our fans are engaged. We have a lot of entertainment going on throughout the entirety of the home games. Our intros and all that are very exciting, getting hype. We invite a lot of youth soccer groups to come out and enjoy, and it's just one of those things where you can come out as a family and enjoy something together. And the crazy part is, like, I get a lot of people who go, I've never been to a game, but my kids aren't soccer fans, and I keep saying that's okay. You don't have to be a soccer fan to love New Mexico Runners Arena Soccer. And what happens? They become soccer fans because of the fact that they love how quick it is and how they kind of end up doing, like going, wow, I can't leave my seat. They're going to score again. And that happens. The scoring happens so fast. And last season, one of our players, I want to say, scored, 3 goals in 2.5 minutes. I mean, it was that fast. And so, of course, it's a lot of hockey elements. So they're bumping into each other, and you're such an intimate field. You're playing soccer in a hockey rink size field, and you're gonna be bumping into each other, knocking each other down. I mean, the scores. You're playing off the walls, and these guys are making some efforts to make some great plays, and it's just so fun. No matter what you do, you got to come out and support New Mexico's professional arena soccer team right here, the New Mexico Runners at the Rio Rancho Event Center. It's just such a fun time.
Well, I tell you what, you got me. I got goosebumps right now on this thing, and this is we still have a few more right here.
Yeah, and like I said, these players are. I mean, they're playing chess, not checkers. There's positioning that you got to understand, and so it's not just like just bouncing around all over the place. Positioning is key, and you got to be 10 steps ahead of your opponent. And so, we just want you to look and see what you see here. It just gets even more exciting when you watch in person. And of course, if you can't make the games, you can watch it, of course, by our online on our YouTube channel, Facebook Live, courtesy of our producers over here, the ProView Network, rocking and rolling, doing a great job with our broadcast production, which I have to say is the best in the league, hands down. So yeah,
just it's a great compliment. Just don't tell my guys that, okay? Because your price may go up, okay? So you have a deal. So,
well, we're excited. Having the guy like Aaron Rivera, I know he's running some production here for this show here. I mean, he has just come into his own with his play-by-play, and people have become very in tune and love what Aaron Rivera does with the play-by-play. So shout out to you, Aaron. But yeah, our goal this year and what we need. When you asked the question in the beginning of the show, what do we need? We need New Mexicans. We need Albuquerqueans. We need Rio Ranchoans. We need people to come support this. And tickets are very affordable. They're only $15, and I mean, you get 2.5 hours of exciting arena soccer action, fun elements of you're never bored at New Mexico Runners games at all. I mean, look, boom. I mean, it's aggressive like that. These guys are knocking each other down. They're ping-ponging off each other. And so if you love hockey, I like to say, hey, maybe you don't like soccer, but you love hockey, you'll love arena soccer. And so there's a lot of elements in arena soccer that are similar to hockey, so you understand how things operate. And so, yeah, you got to get out here. You got to support New Mexico Runners Arena Soccer action at the Rio Rancho Event Center.
I tell you, how can you not come out just to see you? Because you're all over the place.
Working.
I mean, well, you're also very personal. You're before the game, and you always have the time to talk to somebody and say hello, and make them feel like that they're special, which they are special.
Absolutely, everyone's family. That's what we like to. That's why you say runners familia. We're all family. The whole community. We're all one family under the New Mexico Runners banner.
Well, what I always say is, it's. I tell you what, we're running out of time. This thing just went really quick.
See how fast that was? It's like arena soccer is just like fast, just like that.
Well, it did. Just as but so, hey, Andreas, thanks for coming. This is our 5th year, and let's make it 6th year next year.
Yes, sir.
And hey, congratulations.
I appreciate you, Steve. Thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting us and believing in us.